What's going on, you guys? Look it, I'm so excited because yesterday I found something in the cupboard, and today I'm gonna do the review on Spam.
All nice and crispy brown.
Look at that one. Perfect. All right, kids. It's getting close to night time. So, security. Let's just talk about it for a second because you probably wonder what we do on the boat. Anyways, I made this pole right here that fits right up in here and it holds the door closed. So you can't, it's impossible to push this open, like, you know, without making a bunch of noise. But anyways, this thing just pops right out, comes out. It's got a little thing on the tip right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And it goes right into that little hole, so it holds it up in there really good. One of the things I like to set up at night, though, is my Ring camera. So what I got to do is I got to go out here and I'll put it up right here on this. And I don't know if you can see that in the night, but that is pointed down towards my dinghy. So now what I can do is I'll go in and adjust it, and if somebody comes up and starts moving around, the motion sensor will go off and wake me up, and I'll be able to go out and deal with the problem appropriately. So anyways, you got to add a little extra security down here for your motors and for your dinghies. The theft rate is high on those. So it's not super high, but it's high enough that it's worth protecting. Anyways, that's a little bit of security for you on the sailboat. I gotta lock myself back in here now. What's going on, kids? So, kind of late here, but I'm working on a few things since I got, it's just me on the boat. But one of the problems I'm having is rust on my tools. So if you look at that, you see, I'll do a little bit better like that. Anyways, these are getting all rusted up. Now, it's been 3 years on a sailboat, but it's starting to get pretty nasty, you know. So the choice is throw them all out, start over, you know, just do that every 3 years. But I'm going to try something. I'm going to try this stuff here. Rust dissolver. So I'm going to put them in this little yellow bucket right here. And then I'm going to spray everything down. I'm going to follow the instructions on here. I did it one time before. It came out really good. And I always thought, oh, if I ever have tools that kind of get nasty, I'll use that stuff on them. So I'm going to give it a shot. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put all these into here, spray that stuff on there, mix it all around, let it sit, and then rinse it off. And then what I'll do is I will treat it with some anti-corrosion oil stuff, you know, and then wipe everything down. So let's see how that comes out. All right, you guys, this stuff's been sitting. Look at it. It's bubbling like crazy. But it looks like all the rust has come off. Okay, that's just all. I'm going to clean this off now and see how it looks. All right, here's today's project. I'm finishing up the cleaning up the tools. So what I did is I treated them with the Rust-Oleum stuff. Then I dried them off last night, got them all dry, and then I put some anti-corrosion spray on them, and this is kind of how they're coming out. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll put everything in here, and we'll take a final view of it. But it looks like it's going to be. At least I'll get another season or two out of these. You know, and I think that's the key. You know, just kind of stretch the mile a little bit. Stretch anything that you can stretch out a little bit, and not have to replace. It really helps reduce the long-term cost of living on a boat. All right, I'm all done. I got them all cleaned up. I'm super happy with them. Take a look. You know, they're all cleaned up. You got a little, very light coat of oil on them so that they keep them from rusting. So, you know, the true test will be what do they look like in a month? You know, and if they're still looking good, then, man, I'll repeat the process and keep doing this on the other parts of my tools that I've seen kind of get that light little rust on them. They're just, you know, there's just too much moisture in the air. It's too humid here to fight it. You just gotta oil stuff up, and yeah, you gotta stay on top of it, or you're gonna lose your tools. I need my tools, and this right here That's a valuable set right there for me. I'm constantly getting into that to find a special screwdriver tip or whatever, use it with my drill. It's a lifesaver. Hey, don't throw things out. Try and clean them up. Try and fix them first, and see if you can get some more mileage out of them, and save a buck. You never know. Look at that dog. Kind of warm here right now. Ooh, I'm hot. I've been making tortillas today. Yeah. Boy, when you're desperate, you'll make your stuff. Anyways, I'm not desperate. I just like to make my own tortillas and my own breads now because you don't eat as much, to be honest. But it also is so much better, and it's actually cheaper. So I bought some flour on my way back from the airport, and today it was time to make myself some chicken burritos. So I made the tortillas. Gonna have to give them a test. Let's see what we got here. Look at that. Huh? So good. Well, it'll be interesting. I haven't made too many tortillas in my life, but I watched the video and this is how they came out. So I'm pretty happy with them. Tastes good. Tastes like a tortilla. A little cloudy today, so I didn't get to do any work on the outside of the boat yet. I will here in a little bit. I don't know, but the inside, looking clean. Not really. It's cleaner than it was, but I need to do after cooking and everything. I gotta clean this place up. So, all right, that's it. All right, today's project day, and this is a project I've been wanting to get to for a while. I probably should have done it before I came to Grenada, to be honest with you. But I made it here and we're safe. So this is a 3,700 gallon per hour water pump. It goes down here in the bottom of my bilge here by next to the mast. And that's like an emergency only. That's a dry bilge, 99% of the time, unless a lot of water comes down the mast, inside the mast. But the point being, if I got water in this bilge coming in the boat, I'm in trouble. So I've got a big powerful pump there. I've got a big powerful pump so that I can flip a switch and get water pumping out in case of an emergency, and give, it's just about buying time, like when if you got a problem, seconds matter. So all right, I got the wire hooked up down here. I gotta pull it out right here. That was pretty easy. Look at that. All right. I had to peel back the tape. I had to double check. I wanted to make sure that the brown wire was connected to the white wire and the black wire was with the black wire. Because when it comes to this pump, you want to make sure that you wire the positive and negative on the right polarity. Otherwise, you might have water being pumped in versus out. That's never good. All right, so I got to wire this power up, and it's always fun dealing with the power. So this power right here that goes to that goes to this switchboard. It goes to down here to one of these. So what I do is I had to hook it up to the breaker. I like the idea of just one breaker over here on the main panel labeled. So just a little wiring. It's always fun to get down in here, that rat's nest. If there's one thing I could do on this boat when I wasn't cruising, was tear out all the electrical and redo it and label it and all of that. But we're cruising now, so it's just something that's not going to happen. Not unless we get up on the hard somewhere and I got a year or two the time to kill to redo the whole boat. But we're probably going to be beyond that at that point. So right now everything works. I know all the wires now by trial and error. So I'm living with it. I wish it was cleaner, but whatever. I'm having more fun cruising. So, all right, let's get this thing hooked up. Probably some electrician out there going, "Oh my God, that's wrong! You're doing it wrong." I hope not. We'll see. We'll see. Someone will comment. And open the flame. Best way to test to see if there's any propane in the boat. Very important that the positive goes to the positive and the negative goes to the negative. So what this was originally is the power source for the radio. Probably for the radio, and there's probably an amplifier hooked up to it too, but I haven't found an amplifier installed anywhere. The radio used to be up there. So these wires right here, these power wires, these go up and they terminate up here where the previous owner, before he sold the boat, took the radio out of the boat. Which I don't know why. I mean, Jesus, who wants a freaking radio nowadays? I mean, with Bluetooth speakers, radios are obsolete, but I don't know. It's 3 years ago, but still Bluetooth speakers were around then. So I don't know. I don't know what his reasoning was. Probably because it didn't work, and they probably would have had to fix it in order to sell the boat, right? It's probably one of those things. You know, it's like it's better just to not have it. Let's test it. This is the switch, and I heard it come on. So, all right. So, let's turn that off. Now all I need to do is I just need to label that properly. I'll clean these wires up, zip tie those so they're out of the way. And now I have a emergency pump that's electric. Of course, the hand pump's always good to have. I think you have to have them. But if I'm sinking, I'd rather flip some switches and get that going, buy me some time, than try and do it myself. Of course, you know what? You always want to have that fail-safe backup. So, better just not to hit anything. All right, let's check that one off the list. This is the fun part. This is what always happens when you're doing a project. So anyways, it's all installed. There it is, down there in its new home. Ready to go. Hopefully that's like one project I hopefully I never need to use. So hopefully that was just a waste of time. And if so, good. Peace of mind. Anyways, moving on. What else I got to do on this boat? I don't know. I got to look at my list. Does she think she's a cat now? What are you doing up there? Come on. Hey, doggy. Are you okay? Huh? It's time for me and Doggy to get off this boat. Go interact with somebody else besides just me and the doggy. Starting to get a little crazy. Not really. Just finally got the boat cleaned up to the point. Now we're gonna go over to La Fleur Bleue and maybe rustle up some wings or something. Let's go.